Sometimes I worry that I take up too much space. On the London Underground last week, a man, as he went to get off the tube, tripped over my legs, folding up like suspicious IKEA furniture onto the platform. He tripped over my legs because I was standing diagonally, and I was standing diagonally because I didn't want people to notice that the top of my hair could touch the top of the tube. I was worried that someone might think I take up too much space. At other times, I worry that I don't take up enough space. I've just completed my 3 years reading English language and literature at the University of Oxford. And Oxford has that environment that, very much like this school, makes you believe that you can become anything. I read the works of phenomenal women, and I want to be a phenomenal woman too. And suddenly my one life seems like going through only one door into only one room, and I don't want to have to choose which door to go through, because how on this earth can you get that decision right? I want to go through every door and fill every single room with all the things that I could be. Instead of worrying about whether the top of my hair is brushing the ceiling, I want to plan how I'm going to go about pushing off the roof. Life, or lives, are often measured in time. I, like you, was born at a certain time, and my age is an accumulation of time. 21 years that have flown past almost as quickly as that man who I accidentally pinged off the tube did. When we think of people from the past, we say they lived between 1 year and another year. And in the space between those two dates, we write a little dash that has to somehow carry the weight of an entire person's worth of life. People say time is a lot of things. It's money, it's precious, it's of the essence, it's running out. And as we let the clock move us from one commitment to another, we let time become life too. But I think we can and should measure our lives in terms of space. Where have you been? In what rooms have you become who you are? Sometimes when you enter a room, you give a part of yourself to that place. It's why we have homes, not just houses. It's why coming back here always feels like being given a friendly hug, because I can feel a part of my heart in the school. It's why when I found out that these new classrooms were being built, I was delighted, because I know that a Sutton Girls student has so much to give, so much space to take up, so much to be and to become. If you told 15-year-old me that I'd one day be getting excited about classrooms I won't even be able to use, I would have been baffled. But all my friends at Oxford have had to look at Sutton Girls on Google Maps to help me figure out where this is going to go. I thought for a while that, like a secret tunnel at Oxford, or Harry Potter, they might be underground. For those of you who don't know, Oxford University is organised into colleges. You belong to the university and you belong also to a college. The college I joined, St Anne's, started off as the Society of Home Students in the 1900s, because it was one of the very first recognised Oxford University organisations to let women study at the daunting male institution. Home students. They called the women home students because they could not quite work out where it was women were going to go. It is a name that carries the shadow of the unpleasant fact that once upon a time, women in this country belonged only at home. Women had their lives measured in terms of space, but in a way that didn't let them easily go about expanding that space as they wished. Oxford is very much an institution whose identity has a considerable dependence on buildings. You might have heard the phrase dreaming spires to describe both the city and the university. So when women or home students came in, the exclusivity of those buildings, the exclusivity of Oxford University itself, was shaken into taking on a different shape. Pioneering women who only wanted to do what we have the ability to do, to learn and to think and to go into many different rooms, demanded that space was given for them. When I think about 6 new classrooms, 6 English subject classrooms being built at Sutton Girls, I see a move that confidently and intelligently takes up space. This is a move that says English matters, that books and fiction and the thoughts of other people matter. That in itself is intelligent, because when we read, we get better at writing and listening. And when we get better at listening, we get better at speaking. We get better at being able to convey to the world who we are. Voices are crucial, and rooms in which we can test them out equally so. These classrooms say to me that important people believe in the students here, believe in what it is they have to write and what it is they have to say. That's an amazing privilege, and one that says to me, the sky is the limit. So we mustn't stand diagonally on the tube. We mustn't stand diagonally anywhere. It's silly and turns out to be painful for other people. We should think about what it is we can do to live life in terms of space. We should make our homes in many places. And when you come back to one of them, like I have to Sutton Girls today, prepare to be excited about how much people have caused it to grow. Thank you.